Find the highest common factor and lowest common multiple of 50 and 80. Step 1. Write numbers into product of primes using prime factor trees. Just for you to remind yourself of prime numbers have only two factors. Here's a list of prime numbers. Let's draw our prime factor tree. So let's start with 50. And then we need factors of 50. And we want to start with a prime number. 2 is a factor of 50. 2 multiplied. So what number can I multiply by 2 to get 50? So 50 divided by 2 is 25. Therefore, 2 multiplied by 25 is 50. Let's find the factors of 25 using prime number. 2 is not a factor of 25. Let's try 5. Yes, 5 is a factor of 25. Therefore, 5 multiplied by 5 will give you 25. Therefore, the product of prime of 50, they are 2 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5. And this is the same as 2 multiplied by 5 to the power of 2. So that's 2 multiplied by 5 to the power of 2. So that's the product of prime factors of 50. Let's find the product of prime factors for 80 using the prime factor tree. So let's start with 80. Again, we need a prime factor of 80. Yes, 2 is a factor, and 2 goes into 80 40 times. So we have our 2 here. And 2 goes into 80 40 times. So 40 should go right here. Remember, 2 times 40 is 80. And again, 2 is also a factor. And 2 goes into 40 20 times. And then 2 times 20 is 40. Let's break 20 into its prime numbers. Again, 2 is also a factor, so it's 2 multiplied by 10. And 2 multiplied by 10 is 20. 10 is not a prime number, so let's decompose 10 into prime numbers. Break 10 into prime factors, so that's 2. And 2 multiplied by 5 is 10. So these are our prime factors of 80. So the product of prime factors of 80 will be 2 to the power of 4 multiplied by 5. Okay, stay with us now. We're going to use a product of prime factors for 50 and 80 to find the highest common factor and lowest common multiple. Let's use a Venn diagram to help. So first, product of prime factors for 50 and 80. Let's draw our Venn diagram. Also remember, numbers common to both 50 and 80 goes in the middle. So right here, the intersection, the intersect right here. So again, 2, they're common, so we should have a 2 in the middle. Also, 5, we have a 5 being common as well. So it goes in the intersection. And then the remainder for 50, we have 5, place it outside inside of 50 but outside of the intersection, so right here. And then for 80, that's 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2, and we place it in the 80 only section right here. To find the highest common factor, multiply the numbers in the middle, the factors in the middle. Therefore, the highest common factor will be 5 multiplied by 2, and 5 multiplied by 2 is 10, and then to find the lowest common multiple, you multiply all the numbers in the Venn diagram. Therefore, you will have 5 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 and multiplied by 2, and this should give you 400. If this video helped, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. To see more videos on numbers, basic numbers operation, please check out our playlist on numbers.